crypto, Bitcoin, it's all a bit of a paradox right now. It's actually pretty crazy to see so much positive happening on the crypto front with ETFs and companies and all this stuff buying. Stock markets raging to all-time highs, and yet the crypto markets feel stuck. It's pretty crazy. Well, we're all going to freak out now because Japan's not going to buy American rice. Dump your Bitcoin. Crazy market. We're going to dive into all the big stories from today, looking at Bitcoin, Salana, Pangu charts, Ethereum charts, covering all the big news. So stick with us. It's going to be a good time. So first and foremost, Trump slammed Japan for refusing to take American rice, threatening to do tariffs. Dump your Bitcoin now. Come on, guys. Now, apparently, they don't think they're going to get a deal done with Japan by July 9th. India, probably. The EU, probably. China deals underway. It's all good. Some of the biggest actors have done the deal. It's interesting that Japan won't. I guess Japan gets 24% tariffs or something like that. Not the end of the world. Realistically, it's going to be fine. But, okay, I guess crypto didn't like that. Bunch of coins dumped last night. Classic stuff. You know what they say? Don't sell your Bitcoin unless China or Japan. Unless Japan's not going to buy some American rice, then sell the heck out of your Bitcoin, guys. Pretty sure it was in the white paper. U.S. non-farm employment, okay? 33,000 jobs lost. This marks the lowest monthly job total since February 2022. First monthly job loss in over 2 years. May's figure was revised down from plus 37,000 to just 29,000, further confirming the slowdown. This is the weakest job print in years, signaling a clear slowdown in the labor market and boosting odds of multiple Fed cut rates this year. Now, the Fed cut rates are coming, okay? Jerome's kept them way too high for way too long, realistically, okay? They should have cut more this year. It would have made sense, would have helped the labor markets, all that kind of stuff. But now the labor market is starting to show signs of weakness, which is something you don't want to happen. If the labor market's weakened significantly, that could derail our perfect bull run scenario. Just something to keep our eyes on. This is not catastrophic yet, but it's not going the right direction either. Okay, last month's figures revised down. This month's actually in the negative. Okay, so we need to turn that ship around sooner than later. Otherwise, unemployment starts going up. And a reminder, unemployment right now is near record lows. Okay, but if it starts going up, that becomes a problematic situation. So something to watch. I think markets didn't like that very much either, but still something to watch. Salsa tequila. With the right sentiment here, stock market hits all-time high. Powell suggests early rate cuts. Major bill passes the Senate. Despite positivity, BTC dumps. Classic stuff. Classic stuff. By the way, with the rate cuts, you don't want Fed panic rate cuts. That's bad news bears. What you want is nice, calm, collected, chill rate cuts. Okay? Panic rate cuts are bad for everybody. Price of Bitcoin, of course, after the little dump yesterday, back to 107,000 and some change. Nobody's stopping this train, baby. Again, as I said yesterday, the most important thing, and I'll keep reiterating this until we break it, the most important line to break right now is this big orange line right here on the chart, okay? Now, we came up to test this the other day on Monday. Now we are grinding back up in that direction again. A definitive break of $109,000 probably is the rocket fuel needed to get us up to probably like 120K. And when that happens, a lot of altcoins are probably going to move too. I'm looking at you, Ethereum. I'm looking at you. Come on, Vitalik. Do some bull posting here, brah. We need it. We need it. Actually, we got some good news for Ethereum, so make sure you stick around. New interesting updates for you there, too. This channel right now for Bitcoin, obviously, we don't want to retest the lower end of that. I mean, hey, look, great for long-term spot buys. Fantastic. But can we do some pumping here, please? Come on, man. The NASDAQ's pumping. Coinbase at all-time highs. Circle went 10x from the IPO. You're telling me Bitcoin can't break 112? Come on, man. Let's get it going on. Let's get it going on. Tyler D here. Public companies bought more Bitcoin than ETFs in the past 3 quarters. 131,000 BTC picked up at corporations in Q2 versus 111,000 bought via ETFs. Now, this is crazy stuff. Obviously, sailors responsible for a lot of that buying, but moving forward, the sailor effect is still going to be important. But there are so many companies announcing every single day that they're launching some kind of Bitcoin strategy for their company. They're buying Bitcoin. We just had Figma come out today and say they have $70 million, I think, worth of Bitcoin. You got all kinds of companies all the time announcing stuff. It's a big damn deal. MicroStrategy is still going to be a major, major player, but it certainly is not the only game in town anymore. A lot of others are hopping on board the MicroStrategy train, and it's amazing to see that they've outpaced even ETF purchases. That's incredible to see. Corporations, institutions are the major drivers of Bitcoin price appreciation this cycle. Standard Chartered Bank saying Bitcoin's going to hit $135,000 in Q3. Let's go. $200,000 by the end of the year. Yeah, let's go, man. I'm here for it. Boom. Guys, if you want to trade some Bitcoins, where'd the thing go? Aha, there it is, back. If you want to trade some Bitcoins, if you want to trade some Ethereum, some Salana, some dog coins, some penguin coins. I don't care what animal coin you're into. You can be in whatever animal, a cat person, dog person. I don't care. Trade the coins, man. Here's the deal. Right now, over on BitUnix, they have a crazy deal going. Here's the current campaign. Here's what you can get. Of course, there's no KYC, no VPN, which means available to you. Anywhere you are in the world, you can trade on BitUnix. Long the rips, short the dips. You guys know how it works. It's a good time. And when you use the link down below to start your account, it's right down here somewhere, right in the description. Go check it out. There's the link. When you use that link, here's the deal. You're going to get up to $400 in deposit bonuses, which is crazy. All you have to do is deposit $2,000, you get $400 back. You can deposit $1,000, you get $200 back. This is crazy. Plus, you can get up to $9,000. That's $9,000 in trading bonuses. This is an insane deal they got going on at BitUnix right now. It's a limited time offer. Link down below. Go check it out. Start trading the way you should, by the way, with freedom. Okay, so check this out. This is huge news, man. All the stars are lining up for this cycle. And I know we've had a lot of old whales and stuff. I mean, cashing out, blah, blah, blah. But man, the amount of just crazy money keeps flooding into the market from corporations and now from the ETFs, especially coming for altcoins. This is big news, okay? Because this is the first altcoin ETF approved that is not Ethereum, okay? So we got Bitcoin, Ethereum in the USA. Nothing else has officially been announced to be approved yet. We have a lot of speculation that the REX shares Salana staked ETF is going to be approved today. Hopefully. But this came in yesterday. Grayscale's GDLC convert its from a trust into an ETF. So this is their digital large cap fund. It holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. So what this means is that if this is okay for approval, there's literally no reason that Solana, XRP, and yes, Cardano fans, okay? It's not just about the beard on Charles anymore. You guys are going to get an ETF. Congratulations. Cardano's finally going to do something, man. Don't worry about the on-chain metrics. Just ignore those, okay? He's got the beard, got an ETF. It's going to go to the moon, guys. Don't worry. Anyway, this is good news. This sets a good precedent for altcoins here, okay? So really positive stuff. Now, quoting Eleanor Tourette. So these guys are deep in the ETF and the TradFi game, okay? So here's the scoop from Eleanor. It says the SEC is in the early stages of creating a generic listing standard for token-based ETFs in coordination with the cryptocurrency exchanges. If a token meets the criteria, issuers could skip the 19B4 process, just file an S1, wait 75 days, and bada bing, bada boom. Eric Balkunas, in response, he's the ETF nerd over at Bloomberg. He said, this is what everyone wants, what makes sense, and what we think will happen, and why we're so bullish that 95% of the ETFs are going to be approved. Q1 question is what the standards will be. We think that they'll likely be loose enough where the vast majority of the top 50 coins will be okay to be ETF-ized. Yo! TradFi money is going to come by your altcoins, guys. There's good news, okay? There's good news for you. Check us out. ETFs going to be nuts, guys. Seriously. ETFs, the toxic leverage from all the corporations, it's going to be a crazy, crazy year. Solana floor reporting over $460 million, almost $500 million in assets. Bridges Solana from other chains, nearly $200 million more than the previous month. Growth rate 70% plus. Solana big pullback yesterday, so then we got up to 160 here on the Rex shares Solana ETF news. Dumped right back down yesterday because obviously, you know, Japan not buying American rice is a great reason to dump your Solana, obviously. Currently sitting right here in the 20-day EMA, not a bad risk-reward area, in my opinion, for a potential long scenario. Let's see how it goes. Yesterday went a little bit lower than I would have liked to have seen. Got stopped out on my trade. Back in it, though. Super annoying. One of those ones where it dips below your stop loss for like 5 minutes by a few pennies. Crap. Classic stuff. Anyway, hopefully we can retake 20-day EMA here and start grinding higher, especially on an actual ETF approval, hopefully today. So let's see how that goes. Pangu, the penguin coin. We like the penguin coin, guys. It's Pangu starting, as from Ali charts here, penguin's starting to look a lot like Pepe did before it exploded. A daily close above 1.5 cents, and this train could be unstoppable. Let's F and go. I'm all about it. Pangu to the moon, baby. My bags, by the way, if you ever know what bags I have, link down below. Full disclosures, as always, down there. Pangu, top smart money buys over the past 24 hours and 7 days. People piling into the penguin coin. Check this out. Now, here's the deal, okay? Looking at the Pangu chart. We like the penguin coin. Penguins stay frosty, okay? Here's the deal, though. The price yesterday, today, rallied into key price resistance at 1.6 cents, let's say. We blast over this level, which has been resistance here since a while. We blast over this level. Things take off real fast. Probably even get back up to like 3 cents or whatever where it kind of started out price-wise at. If we fail in the next couple of days to decisively break through this 1.6 cent level, I would not be shocked to see a retracement back down to this sort of 1 to 1.2 cent level, which kind of is around the 50 and 20-day EMAs, okay? So if you've missed the Pangu train and you're feeling the FOMO here, you can either wait for a breakout here or wait for a retest down here, okay? By the way, if we draw this like this, you can see that if we get a retest here, it lines up with these EMAs and the trend line, okay? That would actually establish a nice trend line. It's only had one touch so far. A second touch would be much more interesting to see, okay? Now, I told you I had some Ethereum news. We do have positive Ethereum news today. NASDAQ listed Bit Digital raises $163 million from share offering to fund Ethereum Treasury. So I think this is the third Ethereum Treasury company. So we have Joe Lubin's, the Lubster, Joe Lubin's SharpLink Gaming, which I own, by the way. We have BitMine that Tom Lee is backing. They're raising $250 million to buy ETH, and now we have Bit Digital raising $163 million to buy Ethereum. So Ethereum treasury companies are starting to heat up, guys. Price, currently sitting right here at the 50-day EMA, right at the bottom of the range. So if you are a betting man, which I guess basically all of us are, because that's what we do in crypto. I mean, we're serious investors. We're serious investors, obviously. Currently sitting right at the bottom of a critical price range. Break that range, short it down to $2,100. If we hold the range, and the break of the range will be down here, daily candle close around sort of like 23.50, something like that. If we continue to hold the range as support, which is currently doing, by the way, then we long this at least back up to about 2,700. But I think that the next breakout that comes for ETH, with everything lining up, as long as the economy doesn't fall to pieces or whatever, takes us from here up to maybe even 3K for the next major price target, okay? So let's see how we go. Still on my ETH long. Market has not washed me out yet. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back in the next one. Peace.